come on there like,
Good morning, Rogersville.
Good morning, Rogersville.
You already missed the best part of the show.
Yeah, that 2 minutes of us just
groaning.
The groaning and
talking about softball.
yeah, there were a lot of groaning of aches and pains in the room here. As a bunch of three older people and one young lady.
One little.
We got one. We got 130s, 240s, and I'm 50. And see, the advantage here clearly of being 50 is I'm old enough to not even try to play softball anymore.
I know that. I've learned early, don't do that.
Yeah,
But you 40-year-olds still think you can pull it off.
I turned 45 last Tuesday, and I thought to myself, yeah, I'm still young enough to do that. It's not playing softball. It's playing softball at a 9:30 start time.
That's crazy talk.
That's the old man killer right there.
The last time I played
Hey, Beth.
softball,
Good morning, Beth.
I ripped one right over the top of second base, right in center field, and I thought, I can get to second.
Still
on
got
this.
it. Oh,
I
yeah,
can get to second on this, right? So I start off super fast, right off, and I take off, and I'm bound and determined to round first, and I got halfway to first base, and my hamstring locked up with a Charlie horse, and I hit the ground, and I got back up, and then I rounded first, and my other hamstring locked up, and then I crawled to second base, and after that, I said, I'm done playing softball.
Yep.
I actually think I watched my dad break his ankle doing that when I was because he rounded first, went to second, changed his mind, tried to stop, and snap.
Ooh.
Ouch.
That was.
You guys are making me want to say no the next time I get an invite.
It's a young man sport.
I
Yeah.
would
Young man
encourage you to
sport.
just say no.
Yeah, see, the problem is my mind still thinks I'm young. So, yeah, it's a great example. Last night, first time a ball comes to me, it's just gets over the third baseman's glove, and so I'm sprinting from left field. Like I'm gonna gun the guy down at second base, and I mean I'm coming in hard. I even approach the ball the correct way to get my body shaped towards second base, and I've done everything right until the exchange, and I'm like I'm gonna gun him down. I couldn't have missed second base anymore. In my mind, I'm firing a strike, and it hits the lip of the outfield, and just kind of rolls to
Go
our
ahead and
second
take your
baseman,
base.
about 10 yards away from where you stood.
He's like,
Humble pie is what you call that. I just kind of hung my head in shame, like, okay, next time just throw it to your cutoff man and be done with it.
Yeah. Underhanded.
And that was the
Because
end
my
of my
shoulder will go
Yep.
with it. If
float it. Just float it.
Hey, you may not have pulled off a play, but check this guy out.
All right, let's see it.
Oh,
That was our play. How about this one? The beer, the child, and the foul ball. My goodness. It's three hands. Wow. That's a Mike's Hard Lemonade Hard.
And
That was our play. How about this one? The beer, the child, and the foul ball. My goodness. It's three hands. Wow. That's a Mike's Hard Lemonade Hard.
okay, here it goes one more time.
That was our play. How about this one? The beer, the child, and the foul ball. My goodness. It's three hands. Wow. That's a Mike's Hard Lemonade Hard.
Wow.
you guys will be curious to this. Jesse and I had different reactions to this video. I was like, Jesse, you gotta watch this video. This guy's like, Dad, level 10,000. And Jesse's like, that was completely inappropriate. He should not have, what a jerk. And I was just like,
No, did he say that because you are the mother of his children and he felt like
no,
he needed to say
no,
that,
he
or did he
didn't.
honestly feel that way?
He legit was irritated with that guy.
Because I'd be looking at Shayna like, is this a test? Because I think that was awesome, but if I'm supposed to say how irresponsible of him, that's what I'll say.
No, I felt super immature. I felt like a loser last night. I was like, oh, it was pretty cool.
but if
What
he
game
does
was
it-
that?
I don't know. It looked like it was potentially the C word game.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
Cubs.
Oh, the Cubs.
No.
Oh.
I don't
Yeah.
know, but that would be the C word.
That would be-
I was like, is that
But that could go. That could, his media. He was getting media attention for that either way.
Yeah.
But it would have gone completely different if he'd have dropped that baby.
Oh, yeah.
I think he was confident in his abilities.
I think he was-
I think
he was
Grandpa had a good handle on it, and he was going to catch the baby if she fell.
Now, I don't know that was Grandpa, but it looks like but
Yeah.
We're gonna assume it's somebody's grandpa.
somebody's Grandpa. But I think he'd had about half that beer already. Is why he had the courage to go for that one.
Liquid courage.
If he hadn't drank any beer yet, he probably.
Well, he would have spilled a lot more of it, too.
That's true. Yeah, that
Given
beer
that it was half full.
I have a phenomenal baseball story, and I can't quote it verbatim, but I can still tell it. So we're at a spring.
Can't quote movie lines.
I know.
Can't quote baseball stories.
You ever
We're
listen to the Babylon Bee podcast where they quote everything? They bleep everything with like fruitcake.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So we're at a Springfield Cardinals game, and it's me and Jesse and our friend Grant. And we all had beers, and the national anthem comes on. We all stand up, and we're doing our thing, watching the flag national anthem. And Grant goes, "Who's on the jumbotron? Who's the jackwagon with the beer up against his heart?" And we're like on
it
camera, we're like, "That's Jesse." And then
Was this here in Springfield?
Yes, and you see us mouth it, and then all of us start laughing on the jumbotron.
Yeah, but that's what people do when they're
Jesse's
on the
just
jumbo.
like, see, at that time, Jesse would have thought what he did was cool, but now he's changed. He's no fun anymore. No,
He's become an adult.
I would be less concerned
Jesse's super
with
fun.
a right-handed beer on the heart than a left hand on the heart.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I was like, it was just like this.
Yeah. Okay. So that's okay. Because you take your
good
hat
times.
off. and
Right. Put it across your heart.
So beer.
Yeah, it's beer. I mean, it made sense.
It's like a toast.
It's just
Toast to America. Speaking
Toast
of,
to America.
Toast to America.
how was your holiday? How was Sunday?
It was
I
awesome.
toasted America with a bunch of fireworks.
Yes.
She did.
We shot firearms.
Did you?
Pew,
Yeah.
pew.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went over to the range and
Lauren, we kind of decided to stay in town at the last minute, and I texted Lauren, said, "What are you guys doing tonight?" And Lauren's like, "Hey, come over and
Come
hang
on, my
out."
brothers. We're going low key.
So we
Blow
went
some
over to the
things
new place, her brother's new
construction
house.
zone.
It's pretty cool. But anyways, we went over there and they shot fireworks, and Lauren is a firework. What do you call that?
Like a pyromaniac?
Pyromaniac, yeah.
Self-admitted.
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, I like to blow stuff up.
We
and burn
kind of
it.
do it up right in our neighborhood. So we all
Looks like
we
you
all
guys have
pitch in.
Americana. Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And so we get these big sheets of plywood, and we glue all the cakes together and get fuses. And so in succession, they all go off. We light it once, and then for 15, 20 minutes, they're just going off.
So it's a coordinated effort.
Yeah, and we get it wrong. We get some, we have
Yeah.
two cakes that didn't go off, but most of them went off. But it's just grown every year, and so it started with like 30 people, and then we looked down the street Sunday, was like, oh my gosh, we don't know over half the people here. So the neighbors started inviting all their friends, like, our street's awesome, you got to come check it out. So yeah, it was insane.
Well, we left.
There were over 100 people on our street.
We left Lauren's party, and then we drove over to our old neck of the woods, over to Liebrook, because they were blasting. I mean, they were like,
Liebrook was a war zone.
yeah, it was a war zone.
As it should be.
Yes, it was.
And we drove over there and went and chatted with our old neighbors, and I mean, they had a truckload of fireworks, and I mean, it was epic.
That's
Yes.
fun.
It was epic.
Now we had some friends over. Then one of my friends likes to build AR-15 rifles in different configurations.
Oh, yeah.
And so he'd
fun.
brought a few of those over, and so we had an AR pistol and some short barrel stuff. And,
Some tannerite.
We didn't have any tannerite, but I've got the gongs, and so you get to hear it go ding, 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 ding when you do all those things. So
Yeah, last year, young Samuel took part in that.
Young Samuel.
yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
So everybody has
Pew, pew.
all their digits.
We have all our
Okay.
fingers.
Yeah, we're good.
So there was a couple teenagers. They live nearby, and they'd come by because they love all the stuff that we do, and they're like, "Oh, check this out!" And then they show back up, and this kid's got maybe 10 Roman candles duct taped around his wrist, and we intervene. We're like, "Hey, we're not your dad. We can't tell you what to do, but we can tell you you can't do that here.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to advise you not to do that, but if you're going to do it, and you're a teenage boy, so you're going to, please go down the street.
Actually,
Yeah.
go to Cox.
Yeah, just go
Hospital.
to the hospital.
And stand in the parking lot. That way you will be attended to.
So he comes back and he's like, I did it and it was awesome. So I was like, cool, because what that means is because you got away with it this time, it will always work out just like that.
Just
so,
like you expected.
Oh, man.
So this was a shot from
Freaky.
our range today. This is one of Jack's trap shooting buddies. This is
Oh my
America.
gosh.
Love those overhauls.
Nice.
Yeah, and so he had my TAC 14 shotgun. He
Cover
was having
hauls.
some fun with, and he was all decked out for the
Love
big
it.
day.
That has definitely become a thing. Is dressing? I don't know. Is that hyper Americana?
That's
what
a good
is
term.
the
I like that. Let's go with that.
hyper
I want to.
Americana?
What's his name? Can I borrow that? I've got a beach softball game tonight at 6:30. I want to.
Yeah, that's Ben.
Yes.
It's Ben Sugg. I can hook you up.
I want to wear that to play beach volleyball in tonight.
You have to take pictures.
No shirt, of course.
You have
but
to take pictures. we're gonna need pictures of that. When we
just
That's
picture, just
awesome.
picture Tom Cruise in your mind right now. That's
Yeah.
pretty much. No, I'm Goose.
I'd rather
I'm
not.
too tall for Tom Cruise.
like what?
So when we were
On Top Gun.
I know. Top
Okay.
Gun is.
when we were in high school, we
That's
used to
the
get to
movie's
make
about beach volleyball, right?
we get to make movies
Yeah,
for
that's what it's about.
we get to make movies for our history class for extra credit, and we were totally into Dungeons and Dragons. And I know that's a huge shock to you because we're all nerds.
Nerd.
Yep. But so we decided to make like a Dungeons and Dragons movie, and we had to do this one scene where we were having like the wizard blow up the warrior, and so we spray painted a piece of cardboard to look like a metal breastplate, and we taped a bunch of fireworks and jumping jacks to it, and we put it on this dude. Dale Foshee, who's not watching, but
He's not with us anymore.
no, he is.
And we are not recommending that any
Dale's
children
watching
try
from
this.
heaven.
And
Sorry, Dale.
we put this, we strapped it on his chest and we lit that thing off. And for about the first half a second, when the fuse burns, he's okay with it. And then you can see as it starts to get closer, he starts to decide, this is a really
Why did I
bad
do this?
Why did I do this? And he's jumping around and the fireworks are going off. And it was, he's like,
Back up, Dale.
It was-
Back up.
Terry.
Back up, Terry.
Terry. Lord, Terry.
Oh,
Oh, Lord.
I love
What are you
that.
doing, Terry?
I love that video.
it was good stuff.
Oh, man, that is awesome. That sounds like a scene out of a movie. That's
Well,
aw-
it kinda was.
That's awesome.
And the real tragedy is I don't know where that tape is. But
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Needs to resurface. You got it on VHS?
it's on a VHS somewhere. I
Must
Good
be
luck finding a
found.
VHS player.
they exist.
I have one in the
Yeah.
attic. I don't know if it's... Yeah, I was over at my parents' house for dinner last night, and my mom's like, I have a VHS of you singing at church on Sunday morning back in 1990. Well, it was probably 80-something. And anyway, I was like, yeah, just please tell me you don't have a VCR to go with it.
Burn it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like, oh, I do. It's
And she goes, actually, we do have a...
Is your
Send it
mom,
into
is your
memory
mom
box.
super sweet? Is she
Super
like,
sweet, yeah.
like
Just-
nicest lady ever? I can say, oh, we do.
Yeah.
Gonna send it into memory box and have it converted to digital, so we could put it on the internet.
I don't think she even knows what any of that means. But
I do, and I can call her.
Will's like, I'm on it.
oh, boy. Oh, boy.
All right, I can't be mean to Chris because I have a question to ask.
Okay.
Oh.
This'll
What's
be
your
fun.
investor mug replacement policy?
Oh, no. Did you
Oh,
lose?
What happened?
I still have the lid.
What happened to it?
I put it on the back of my truck when I left court,
Oh, man.
and it slid off. And I went back the next day because I realized I didn't have it. And I'm walking down the road, and I found the lid.
So,
Well,
So I'll tell-
That's
I'll tell-
$15.
yeah, that's
there.
right. That's a $15 limit. I will tell the girls at the coffee shop if they see a really janked up
Yeah.
investor
Well,
mug.
Here's the thing. On the bottom of my mug is a label with my name and phone number on it.
Well, of course. Did any of us doubt
No.
that you would have that?
There's a crackhead walking around with a mug. Right
But you also have marks
Nah, they
on it.
washed
Oh,
off.
they did
wouldn't
wash off?
stay. They wouldn't
that's too
stay.
bad.
So yeah.
Well, the good news is you almost made it a full year with
I
your
did.
free coffee. But
I did.
Is it going to bug you for the rest of your life?
Oh
I mean,
yes.
it's 50%.
I can tell.
off.
I can tell
Yes.
he's triggered right now.
I like couldn't go to sleep.
He probably has a Silver Dollar City Fire in the Hole mug at home that he still gets.
My mother-in-law does, and we're fighting over it in her will.
I believe that.
Yeah, because it's like forever 50-cent refills.
Hey,
Wait, a will? She has a will?
No, she does not have.
Did
a will.
somebody-
That was hyperbole.
I thought there was a trust.
It is a trust. I was just trying to speak efficiently for the sake of keeping the show moving.
I pitched a softball to you for your.
You did, yeah. It's a trust. We do trusts all the time.
Speaking of fire in the hole-
Simple-trust.com at Worsham Law Firm. Go to lawgaragelaw.com for all of your.
I can't believe I had to spoon that feed.
I know.
Spoon
I
feed
was,
that to you. That's
trying not to totally.
He's in mourning for his mug situation.
I am.
Clearly.
See?
Speaking of
But I
fire
still-
in the
but,
hole,
if I still had
I've got
that
a question.
no, nobody ever got decapitated
Yes,
on
they
Fire
did.
the Hole.
Yeah, they did.
That's urban legend.
No,
Well, he
it's
didn't get
not. I saw the
decapitated, but he
news
got
story.
killed.
He got
Okay.
killed. I saw the news
He
story.
did get
So
killed.
it
There
did
was a-
happen.
There was
Yeah,
a
it
death.
did.
Was that your question?
It wasn't in the main track. It wasn't in the main track.
Right.
It malfunctioned and switched tracks, and he bong. Yeah,
Really?
it did happen.
When was that?
Beth's suggesting they should have had a coaster.
I want to say 90s or long time ago.
No, it was before the 90s because I know we were worried about it when we went like down in the 80s when we were going to Fire in the Hole when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So maybe it was urban legend, then it happened.
I don't know.
Ooh.
It's possible.
Yeah, my mother-in-law's bringing up
saying.
more painful stories. She was with me when I set my phone on the top of a vehicle and went flying off.
Moral of the story.
Don't put stuff on the top of your vehicle.
There it is. That's the moral
I
of
am the
story.
object lesson for that. But, I think the fact that I still have the lid should count for something.
It does.
I'll discuss it with the team.
Okay.
And we will find out.
Idea.
I'll
pay for a replacement
A
mug.
rule to
I
live
mean,
by, don't make policy on air.
Yeah, that's.
Don't do it. No.
What do you think I caught you on?
Yeah, I know what the lawyer's doing.
Yeah.
If I
Feels
can
like
get
I'm
him
gonna
to
lock
say
you in
it
on
now,
On tape, recorded.
digital.
We need to have a in memorandum. How do you say that?
In memorial.
In memorial?
In
Memoriam.
In memoriam.
Yes.
That was the word.
Getting the Latin.
Yeah.
Will's cup.
If he wasn't negligent, it wouldn't have happened.
correct.
It's got a crackhead cup.
Stuff on his truck.
The problem is if I hadn't been showing my gun collection out of my truck to the Rogersville cops after court. The
Oh,
other
it
day.
happened in Rogersville?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Will
then the
walks out and he
crackhead
goes,
didn't pick it
"Hey,
up.
which way to the gym?"
Not those guns.
I
That
envisioned
way
you in
or that
downtown
way?
Springfield
No.
at that courthouse.
No. That's why we went. Like it was Thursday morning because I'd had it at Coffee at the Post because I filled it up so I could have it while I was being judged.
This is soon becoming a very boring conversation.
I know.
About your stupid cup. It is gone.
Will-
Chris would just give me a new one.
It's
We could
gone.
stop talking about it. But
I think you're gonna have.
know that I have a new
I'm
one to
just
give
gonna
you.
throw it out there. You're gonna have to get him some sort of replacement, or it's never going to end.
Every Tuesday
It will
morning.
be like a
Chris,
poltergeist
have you guys made a
situation.
policy? Have you revisited this?
Yeah,
I've got a great
It's-
idea.
Will's gonna be standing outside your office, just staring in.
Leonard. Are we playing Dungeons and Dragons? What about my investor mug? Leonard.
Where's my stapler at?
He's in my seat, Leonard.
My swing line stapler. You know what that's from?
Yeah,
I know.
it's what's the dang name?
Office
of the movie?
Space.
Yeah, Office Space.
See, I never watched that.
With
So-
Oh, Will.
with different shows going right there.
You have to
Yeah,
watch
it's
Office
Space.
Space.
What the crap? You've
I know.
never seen Office
No,
Space?
I've heard people tell me I need to watch it.
Yes, you need to watch
He
it.
doesn't get a bug until he gets Office Space watched.
That's it.
We haven't written the policy yet, but we could definitely write that in.
Lauren's making the policy for me.
I'm just gonna say.
There is no policy. I want to clarify that. But if we have policy, that would be in it.
All right.
Well, because most normal humans would lose the mug and never bring it up again.
Right.
But
Right.
Will,
No.
but Will is an android.
Trust me.
In today's
Everybody
society,
would bring
yes.
it up.
That is. Yeah.
You are Sheldon Coopering hard right now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about flags.
You mean like the banner at the bottom there for Sportsland pickup covers?
Yes,
yeah.
the lovely sport. Which, by the way, my mug was sitting on my Sportsland pickup cover when it was sliding off it.
It should have taken care of that.
You're supposed to give people a reason to want a Sportsland pickup cover, man.
Yeah, that's true, and I'm working on it. But there was a
Don't
lovely
make it
cup
an
holder-
accessory to losing your accessory.
There was a cup holder on the swing cases I got from Sportsland that I was not using. So how
Well,
about
see,
that?
well, that might change the policy.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of user error involved in
Right.
the
Yeah, I claim negligence.
losing
The small print does say.
So the cup went missing in Rogersville.
Yes.
He would know there was no small print.
There's a lot of things going through my head
Yeah.
right now.
I am dying to see a mangled up mug come in from.
Oh, I've got an idea.
I would offer if somebody brings me my mug, I'll give them $50.
There you go. You heard it on K-ROG. There is a reward for the mug.
Yep.
There you
50
go.
bucks.
It looks just like that one and just like that one.
And it was at City Hall.
It was at City Hall.
And I'm going to throw this out there. Hold out for 100.
Ransom.
Yeah.
I'll get you back, bro.
Ransom.
We have
mug.
we got a long time for this to come back around, right?
Do you feel like it fell off at City Hall?
Well, I found the lid, which was on the mug, in the ditch across the road from City Hall.
Like by the train track side?
Yes.
Okay.
So
okay.
things can ride for an unbelievably long time on the back of a truck.
So
It's
this-
weird what
Yes.
falls off and what
This
stays.
was on the mug, halfway on, because I never put it all the way on because it's so hard to get off.
Right?
okay.
So it was like halfway on the mug, and the mug, I'm sure when I pulled out and made the left, it slid across the back of the truck and off into
flight.
the
Yep.
ditch. And and this came off.
What do you think it went to heaven? Do you think it sprouted wings and flew?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Well, I mean,
but we walked that, Jack and
it's a
I.
Christian mug, so of
That's
course.
true. Jack and I walked that ditch, and we didn't find the mug. We found
Oh,
this.
so you actually put out a search party for this?
I
thing.
did. We went
That's
there
what makes
and
me
looked.
think it's gone, is that you found that. They couldn't have been too far apart.
I wouldn't think so. So it's possible somebody picked it up.
It is probably someone's spit cup right now.
It is.
Oh, a
Yep.
spittoon.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will put it on the
I have such a good
dishwasher high disinfectant cycle, and
Yeah.
I will.
You're gonna get the COVID.
That's where you're
don't
not
care.
Sheldon
You're
Cooper,
gonna get
because he could
COVID.
never touch it again.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm amazed at how
I'm not a
long things will
germaphobe.
ride on the back of a truck. I've had stuff that just you're thinking, how did that stay on?
Yep.
And Shayna makes fun of me because I'll be
it's like
driving
the,
down
it's like
the road.
the kids. You know,
How do they stay on? In the
they
back.
stay on there that long.
Like the guy, there's that video, that guy that had the baby and the baby carrier on the top of his car.
Oh
Jeez.
my goodness! I can't watch that.
I don't know if that's a video,
Makes
but
me
it's
nervous.
a.
Right?
Raising Arizona.
Raising Arizona. That is a great.
You never leave a man behind.
Yeah, that's the best Nicolas Cage movie of all time.
Did I ever tell you that story? Yeah, I did.
I think
you
you
that
did.
story. We actually stayed at the Lodge of the Four Seasons in Arizona, and we were there, and I was like, I know they filmed Raising Arizona around here.
Huh?
And so Michelle and I get into the condo, and I'm like, I know they filmed it down here. So I'm on here looking because there's a couple websites that go back to like where was the location where they filmed these movies. So I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, I just saw this water tower, like I think. And so I walk out the front door of the condo, and there's the water tower right in front of me. And I'm like,
Love it.
oh wow, it was filmed right there. And so it was
So
filmed.
you put pantyhose on your head.
Son, you got a panty on your head. One of my favorite movies of all time.
Let's get together and watch that. I
Yeah,
have not
we do
seen
need-
that.
We need to watch it.
I have not seen that in at least 30 years.
I've
Yeah.
seen parts of it. I don't know if I've
Oh,
ever
my
watched the
Oh
whole
my
thing.
gosh, guys, it's such a good movie. Such
need
a
to
good
watch it.
movie.
Maybe
Yeah,
that
we
could
do need
be.
to do
Maybe
that.
that can
We
be
need to
Keaton
do
Garrett's
that.
movie in the park.
I need to talk to Keaton about that.
Is it? See, that's what scares me. Anytime you haven't seen a movie in a long time and you start talking about how great it is,
Yeah.
Yeah,
then
it's
you
like-
might get embarrassed later that you said it was.
Oh, we've all done it. You're like,
Unpainted
hey, kids,
headlines.
you've got to watch this movie with me, kids.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
forgot about all of that.
Yeah.
All of that.
Mrs.
Christmas
Ba-
Vacation
Yeah.
is the perfect
Classic.
one
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Classic.
Mrs. Baker runs into that a few times.
Yeah.
We decided that we needed
It's
to watch
Mrs.
Die
Baker.
Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard. That was the one. That was
Yeah.
the last blunder I had with my boys.
And,
I was
you
like,
know,
I forgot about the beginning.
It's historical context, so it's fine.
And I knew that the yippee-ki-yay was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was okay.
They've heard that
'cause
word before.
We knew that. It was the...
The office scene at the beginning. That's what
there's
threw me for a loop.
that
I was like,
one.
oh.
Well, and
saying,
then
I'm sorry.
there's
No, that's the one I remembered.
There's the pornographic pictures on the wall.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Too.
In the maintenance room.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a time in
was
movies
embarrassed.
where they just threw stuff out there and you never saw it because you always watched them on TBS or whatever.
That's the
Yeah.
problem. You
and
watch
so
the
when you watch them
made-for-TV
and you're
edition,
just like,
cut version.
oh, didn't know.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
And
Well,
now
they-
we don't watch things like with commercials. We see the original usually. You know
I mean,
what I mean?
but they did that back in the 80s because that was the only way Baptists could watch porn, right? Or
Gross.
I almost lost my coffee right there.
Gross.
I didn't almost lose my coffee cup, but I almost lost my coffee right there. Too soon?
too soon. I'm still at morning, man.
I had to redeem this
But
statement.
don't you think they put a lot more nudity in the movies back in the 80s because there was no internet, and so it was ooh, what'd you get to?
It was definitely a way to get press, right?
Yeah.
To get
Yeah.
talked about.
Yeah.
There's
And it was also a way to get
there's
an
strategy.
R. It was
Probably an
also
R
to get an
rating.
R rating.
Yeah.
They wanted to get certain movies want to have an R rating.
R rating, yeah.
All you have to do is say the F word twice, and you get an R rating.
Is that what it was back then, or
This is
still
making
is?
me nervous because
No,
I feel like
it-
someone's
isn't it?
accidentally
It's
going to
different
say
now.
that word
Yeah,
Because you could say it once,
you could say it once
and
yeah.
still be PG-13.
yeah. But if
Yeah.
you said it twice,
Yeah.
that was the old rule.
Really? I
One
wonder
of
what the new rule is.
There's
Yeah.
no rules.
There are no rules.
They just default give everything an R.
Speaking of, not to plug Amazon, but was it Tomorrow War? Have you all seen that with Chris Pratt?
I need to watch that. I like Chris Pratt.
I like Chris Pratt.
It's the new Amazon original film that they did. It's like the Tomorrow War. It's a really cool little concept or whatever, but it was a pretty good film. Watched it this weekend.
I need to watch it. I'm a big Chris Pratt fan.
So it's not a series; it's a movie.
He's a cool dude.
It's just a movie, yeah. And they did a really good job of getting the movie started. It was told really well.
So this is a movie.
Yeah.
Because the way you started this, I thought we were talking a documentary, and then you said
No.
Chris Pratt, and I'm like thrown off. So this, okay.
Yeah,
it's
like
on
a,
Amazon
It's a
Prime.
little sci-fi film on Amazon, yeah. And it's good. They did a
watch
really
it.
good job
Is he
with
funny?
it. Yeah, funny enough.
He's kind
yeah.
of funny. He's always
Yeah.
funny.
So I have this weird psychology thing with I mean, you know that, but like
Do you need to go lay on the couch again?
maybe to
Keep talking about this?
no, but like if I think about watching a movie, I'm like, I don't know if I want to sit and watch a movie for 2 hours.
Yeah.
But I'll watch 3-hour episodes of something, 3 one-hour episodes back to back, no problem.
I agree.
But the idea of committing to an hour and a half, 2-hour movie is too much for me.
That's why I can't play golf anymore.
Oh, yeah, I can't play golf. It's too long.
Is it because of like the longer exposition that you have to kind of navigate through? You don't want to do that?
Maybe, I don't know, but I mean, I'll watch the long arc series where you've like the arc of the story goes the whole season. I love those, like
Right.
Yellowstone and everything else. But I don't know, there's just something about starting a movie just feels like the beginning of a long car ride. And you're like,
Have you always
Okay.
had commitment issues?
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
But see, I'm the opposite.
I have an adult onset attention deficit disorder. if you didn't know.
I'm the
Adult
opposite
onset.
as well too, but I like watching films more than I like watching television. Now I do love watching like the long form television shows, but I think the problem is I'm like, I don't want to dedicate 14 hours to this. I'd rather dedicate 2.5 hours to
So
something.
this will freak you out. I can watch an hour and a half of a movie, get up the next morning and watch the last 20 minutes.
I can't
Oh, that's
too.
weird.
I'm cool with
Yeah,
it.
you
I
have a
can't
Doesn't
too.
bother me.
And I think that's what I don't want to do.
You can't do that.
Well, and if I'm watching a TV show, I know I'm getting a break, a
Yeah.
natural break. And the movie, it just feels like
You're committed. You're there. You're locked.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't like being shackled down,
Don't tread on me.
even though I can hit pause and do whatever. I want.
Yeah.
This feels like a Seinfeld conversation.
I'll get
right here.
distracted.
We should be at the diner right now.
I'll never come back.
With a sandwich and a cup of coffee.
I'm becoming my mother, which isn't a bad thing because she's pretty cool. I'm getting to where I don't like TV much anymore. I just don't. I watch baseball games kind of half-heartedly because Cardinals are crappy.
They're really bad.
Started out good and it went real
fast.
quick, and which sucks because they have some good talent. I don't.
Well, they got injured. But
I know.
Let's not talk
Anyway,
They're
about
not
Let's not
worried
go
till
down.
the last month anyways, are they?
They may be out of
they can't
contention
catch
for that
up.
if
I don't
it-
think
yeah.
they can catch
Yeah,
up.
you gotta-
There's some miracle would have to
You
happen.
still have to make the cut.
But I'm just getting to where it's like TV makes me angry. I'm just like, I don't like that.
Well,
I don't
there's,
wanna
I
watch
don't
it.
like that.
they
I don't
just
like that.
every show has to inject their
Indoctrination.
Some little
That's a
woke,
problem.
Some little woke thing.
Yeah,
and
and
it's
I don't want to
just-
be woke. I want to be fast asleep.
I want to be awake.
dark.
You know, there is a solution. The solution is go back and watch the classics.
Watch K-ROG.
Watch K-ROG.
Well, and then too, like I don't know, I'm busy and
Go back and watch the classics.
yeah,
It
I don't
really
know.
is, and that's what good cinema is.
Yeah.
It's what the art form is. Nowadays, it's become a cash grab.
Well,
but the
I started-
old way of
yeah.
watching films, it was because there were auteurs and there were people that liked to tell stories, and then those are the best ones.
Now they're just
like Raising
slapped
Arizona.
together.
Like Raising Arizona.
I got irritated when every movie became 2 hours long. Like, every movie should not be 2 hours long. And now
No,
it's
not
like,
everyone.
this is 2 hours and 30 minutes. This one's 3.5 hours. This one's 7 hours.
Like, make a TV show.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it has to be at least, an hour and a half for it to be considered a long form movie and be in Oscar contention.
Oh,
So that's
that
why
makes
they do
sense.
that. Or else it's a short film. So
Interesting.
Yeah, that's why.
It's like the Jetsons movie, which was 89 minutes long, doesn't count.
Probably not.
Sounds
Because imagine it
Oscar-worthy.
would have been on the
Up there.
Yeah,
on the short
'cause they
list
did-
for
it
all
never
the
got-
awards.
It never got nominated. And that's probably why.
I did
Wow.
watch a Sweet Tooth is a show that I watched recently. That's kind of an interesting show. I think it's on one of the streaming channels. It's based off of a comic series. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It was kind of cute.
I saw it.
It's about the end of the world, but it's a very different end of the world situation.
Yeah, I watch sports and that's about it. Like, I've seen the first episode of Loki, and I think
We've
so.
been
Am I
watching
two behind
Loki.
now?
2 or 3.
I think there's at
The boys
least
are like,
three.
Dad, can we watch
Maybe
it? I'm like,
4.
I don't have time tonight to watch
I've
it.
we're up to date on Loki. Yeah.
I do like those because the girls can watch them with us. You know,
They're
is
fun. I
Loki
like watching
Marvel?
them because my boys love them, so I like watching with them. But
Anything the girls can watch with us is nice because we pretty limit their exposure to whatever garbage is on TV.
The interesting thing about going back and watching, not even classic stuff, but like we're watching NCIS, stuff that was made like 8, 9, 10 years ago. And there'll be like scenes in there and you're like, oh, they couldn't do that now.
Right.
I
you
think
couldn't
that
do that
a lot.
now.
Yeah.
I think that a lot.
That would get.
no,
that'd get-
I'll come home and Shane will be watching Murder, She Wrote. That's her guilty pleasure.
Oh,
Like, it
awesome.
brings her back to her.
Lansbury.
Yeah, it brings her back to her childhood, and
Yeah.
she just gets lost in that. It's like the simple times.
Yeah.
Everything's resolved at the end.
That's the way Shelby likes to watch shows. She's
Yeah.
like, I want the good guys are the good guys, the bad guys are good guys, and in the end of the 20, 30, 45 minutes, the good guys won and the bad guys lost.
Yeah.
We all wrapped up.
And so
Good
that's
job,
why
Angela. You did it again.
NCIS works for us, so we're watching that. But
And
we like something a
I
little-
walk in and make her mad because I'm always like, are you a little suspicious of her that she always is around murders
Yes.
in these small towns? Like, how does anyway?
Just got to keep working on those book ideas.
I do have to interject because we are getting out of time. We do have something coming up this weekend.
Oh,
correct?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We do
Oh,
need
yeah.
to talk about
What?
some of those things. We need to talk about that.
Yes, Rogersville Farmers Market is happening on Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Story Coffee will be there.
The long-awaited
Long awaited.
We're going to be working the t-shirt booth.
Are you guys doing the t-shirt booth? Did you sign up?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
T-shirt booth.
Yeah, we have Friends of the Park t-shirts.
Oh,
We've got
nice.
left to sell. Just general help. So we have 15 vendors lined up, and we have some new
Boom.
vendors this year. And we have Story. People may be confused because it looks like there's going to be 3 coffee companies
Right.
there. Let
We're
me
doing
clarify.
coffee.
You guys are doing like coffee and iced tea.
Yeah, so we'll have hot coffee. I'll have the mini kegerator out there for cold coffee and iced tea.
And then Habit Coffee Company.
They're doing food, right?
They're doing pressed juices and quiches and something else that I'm forgetting.
juices.
I love pressed juices. They're like
The juicer.
it's very healthy.
Oh, it's just like
it's juice that's
Thought it was
not
wine.
I
It's
was like, well, okay. It's a little early in the morning, but okay.
little 10 a.m.
no judge.
wine. It's pressed with cold methods, not hot. Like running something through a juicer, I think, is considered a hot
Right, that's
method of
correct.
extraction. So it's just pressed. It's good. So that way none of the good stuff
cold
gets taken
pressed.
out. Cold pressed. And the Flannel Cup is a new food truck. They do coffee too, but they are going to have breakfast sandwiches and breakfast burritos and quesadillas and stuff like that. They got a good menu, so I'm going to announce it.
We're all working together.
Everybody's working together. So
It's all for the park.
and there's some other thing. Oh, music is from the Shortleaf Band, which is wonderful people.
I'm excited to hear them. Yeah,
They're awesome.
I met them at a chamber meeting. No,
Yeah.
I met them at a coffee. At the
Probably
Post.
coffee. Yeah.
Coffee at the Post.
And they're wonderful
They
musicians.
do that
for-
old timey.
Yeah, they can
They-
do everything.
they do a lot of
They can
different
do
stuff.
everything. And so they'll
They
be there
were
10
there
a.m.
last
to
year,
noon.
weren't they?
Yeah, they were there last
yeah.
year.
Yeah,
and
they
they'll
are
have a
good.
third person with them too. So it'll be
And you know just about every song they sing because it's like
Yeah.
they
It's
have a
good
really
stuff.
good like playlist. Yeah.
I mean, they're professional musicians.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of stuff happening. Willow Green Acres is having a pop up. So here's what you do if you're in Springfield. You're going east on 60. You stop at Willow Green. Then you stop at Rogersville. And then you stop at Fordland. And then you stop at Seymour. You can literally do a tour, and there's events happening in every town.
Tour of
Highway
Southern
Six
East
Winter
60 tour.
You get up,
Unless
you
you're
go,
coming,
you know
going
what?
west.
I'm going to get out and I'm going to go to Lowe's. Nah, I'm not going to Lowe's. No. I'm going to Rogersville.
Yep.
Rogersville.
I'm going to go get the real stuff.
Good stuff. Hey, and
get
coming
some
up, starting in,
I don't know why we're whispering.
I don't know.
like
Starting in a
whispering, too.
month, though, is Raj Got Talent.
Yeah.
So-
I'm freaking out about this.
Why?
Because I just am. It seems like a big deal.
Because it is a big
I know.
deal.
I'm like, I think we should be doing stuff to be
I'm
planning
freaking
this.
out about a lot of stuff, but I'm
Not freaking out about
Not that one.
I'm freaking out.
No, that's one of it, you know. And there's just some fun technical stuff. Like, I know we've got a band coming to compete. We got a
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen.
Yeah,
We'll have to
there's
talk
a
about that off air.
there's a band that's registered to compete. And I'm like, we gotta figure out how to do their sound and stuff.
I know. That's what I'm freaking out
Tom,
about. Freaking out.
Tom hates
man.
I don't know
audio.
what you're talking about.
technical director, Tom Baker.
We'll figure it out.
But there's still,
I said to have closed audition.
There's still room. We would be happy to take new talent. There's still, and you can win $500. That's not nothing.
It's a good chunk of
$500.
coins.
$500.
Seriously,
Not
$500.
I mean, and people. I mean, I get the comments. People like, well, how can you sing song? How long? Because I'm like, please sing.
Spread
Yeah.
your wings and fly, man.
But-
Just do it.
But
If we've heard enough, we'll be like, okay, that's good.
yeah, and but please, you know,
No.
it doesn't have to be music.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling
you can
people.
Dance.
Like, yeah.
You can
If
juggle.
you are going to sing, though,
You can
let it be
throw
music.
knives. You can do duck calls.
We'd probably prefer
Improv.
not throwing knives, though, right?
I don't know. I mean, if they're like
Nah,
a
I wanna
certified
see it.
knife
I
thrower,
want to see
I'm
it.
fine.
How do you get to be a certified knife thrower?
It's a
Well, you don't do it at
certification.
an audition.
Is it a YouTube certification? Is that what you
Oh
said?
yeah, you can get certified.
Hey,
Anything.
speaking of, the church is going to need some proof of insurance from K-ROG.
Hey, we
Dr.
should.
Larry.
Hey, I insisted we had insurance.
have insurance.
so we should. Be
I know.
fine.
I'm saying I need proof of insurance.
Ask for Larry. Ask Larry.
Nah, I'm not sure if knife throwing's covered. Larry.
we actually do have a
Larry.
form for all of our
Larry, if you're listening.
vendors.
I think the thing is, if you do have any, don't feel that this is so official that you can't call one of us and
You can ask us.
whatever you're wanting to do and talk it through.
What's the K-ROG
Just come
phone
do
number?
it.
Sometimes that helps.
I don't know.
343-6690? Is that the K-ROG phone
No
number?
clue.
I can't
We
remember.
probably ought to put that on the screen somewhere sometime.
I can't remember what it is.
Maybe.
That's real close.
You can message us.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah,
Is it on
yeah.
the
and-
thing? It's probably on the thing.
It might be on the
page.
The website. I don't
It-
know. I probably didn't put it
I
on
bet
the
it's on the
website.
Facebook.
But
page.
if you do
Nobody
have a,
calls anyway.
It
Just
is on the
messages.
Facebook page.
and if you do have a question, you will talk to a human being, one of us
Eventually.
or someone. You will. It's
Sometime.
not a recorded message, so I don't think it is. I haven't called it, but
I never answer the phone. So
But
you're
I
going to get a
think-
voicemail. Just leave a voicemail. We'll get back to you.
eventually, yeah.
Like I said, just message one of us.
Yeah, just message one of us.
Nobody's calling. I love when I tell my kids to call. They're like, "Why would I call somebody? I could just text her."
to call. I can use my texting.
Raj Got Talent. It's going to be amazing.
That was hard play. How about this one? The beer, the child, and the foul ball. My goodness.
Let's
guy.
call him.
That guy should be on Rod's Got Talent.
I bet his name's Ted.
He'd win.
It's pretty amazing.
Ted would win.
That's
Ted would
good.
win.
You can do, yeah. Okay, we done?
So come to the farmers market on Saturday,
Farmers
and I
market
don't.
on
And
Saturday.
here's the thing. Here's the number one complaint that we get. I didn't know about it. Okay, if you have people that you know that are interested in the farmers market that are not on Facebook,
Tell him.
please tell them. Please say, hey, come to me to the farmers market on Saturday.
Use your words.
Share the
Yes.
post.
Use your words.
Call them.
Share the post.
It's in the Marshfield Mail.
Share
too,
the
right?
post. It's in the Marshall Mail. Called me the other day and I talked to her about it, so it should be in there.
Okay.
And
what more can you
I'm
do?
also trying to figure out how to get signs on the highway without getting signs on the highway because it's freaking scary. It's so scary putting them out. And I really would like to have them out there, but oh my gosh.
scary?
If I died
I always have my
putting
kids
up
do it.
farmers
so I didn't know it
market
was scary.
signs, my children would.
Let the kids do it. They
Yeah.
they don't break bones like we do.
Yeah, they play in the street.
They
and they're
can't
fine.
get hit by a car. I'm not
Oh,
talking about on
that-
Highway 60.
Yeah.
They can't battle a
must love-
semi and
I
win.
just love your kids more than I love mine. I was like, hey, boys, go put these signs up.
Well, there's a difference between 6 and 16, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
17,
no,
almost
mine,
18, eh?
no. 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 But I seriously,
I don't know that there is. I think I'd trust her 6-year-olds.
Well, hers.
You know what you need to get? You need to get someone
be
that's
like,
like,
semi. Come on, bring it.
you need to get someone with a, Lauren, get one of those people like dressed up, like with a sign, and they're like spinning it and stuff and saying, this is where the park's at.
There you go. That's fun to watch.
Like the Costco
on
people
camera.
right now. All over
Jeez.
town.
I know.
They're what am I signing up for?
I know. There's like 20 of them under a tent going, Costco. I'm like, we are not sponsored by Costco. I
No,
want to throw
we're
that
not.
out.
But they could.
We could.
But is amazing
They probably
to
should.
me is how
K-ROG.
fast they
I'm sure
built
somebody
that
in the
place.
corporate's watching
Oh,
us.
it went up.
It went up.
It went
fast.
up quick. Well, they don't
Super
mess around
fast.
with those. They got a whole team. JR used to do the store planning team
Well, and
things. They got a whole system.
what's the new shop out
America.
there off of
Made in America.
Made in America,
It's
off
going
of
up fast.
Yeah.
off of Chicory.
our
out there.
buddy Chris Stanley did the framing on that. I saw
Tell you
him the other
what,
day. He said
that
his
puppy's
apartment's
gone
done.
up fast. As soon as they broke ground on it, I mean, it was up.
Yep.
They got a way to do those things.
I want one of those sheds
I
in my
hear
backyard.
they might be serving breakfast.
Well, the other
We're
stores
a
do.
roomie of brekkie.
Yeah.
I'm excited about
It'd be
that.
nice to have a place to go eat breakfast.
Sweet.
Just saying.
Okay. Are we done?
I think we're past then.
Yeah.
It's time to get to work.
Come to the farmer's market Saturday.
Bye.